Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Roll, the historical role-playing game. Experience the glory and decadence of Rome like never before. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, game master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. A moment, please, while I maximize. There we go. Mm, maximize. All right. Tonight, I want to talk about something very important when it comes to actually experiencing the fictional reality of tabletop role playing games. And it's that in every RPG session, you are actually existing in the fictional world. Why do I put emphasis on this? A lot of tabletop RPGs, they try to express situations that we have seen in movies, in comic books, in anime, manga, video games, folklore, history. But here's a very, 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 very important detail about all of those fictional worlds and those that are based on a real world, but within a fictional setting, right? All of the characters in those fictional worlds, they are not aware of someone watching them. Unless you're going into a breaking the fourth wall thing like Deadpool, they are not expecting someone to look at them. They are not posing for the camera. They are not saying things that will appeal to the audience. They're trying to live their lives in the fictional worlds. So, for example, in Final Fantasy VII, and this is no spoiler, everybody knows that when when Aerith dies, she is not waiting for someone to look at her at the right angle so that she can die cinematically. She was doing her own thing, and then Sephiroth came and killed her from behind. In Star Wars, any of the deaths of the Jedi and the Sith Lords, they were not posing for a camera crew to take the best angle, no matter if it's a movie, a comic book, whatever, anime, manga, video game, world. Those worlds have characters that actually consider their fictional worlds to be real. So that's another example as to why the term theater of the mind is horribly applied. For those of you that do not know, all of that nonsense came out when Old World of Darkness, when Vampire the Masquerade first appeared. They wanted to distance themselves from other tabletop RPGs, and they started with the storyteller nonsense and the theater of the mind nonsense. They were not very intelligent in applying those terms. They just wanted to distance themselves, like, hey, we are different. Look at us, we are the new thing, the trendy new thing, right? There is no audience watching the characters in the fictional world. They're just trying to carry out their everyday lives. Just like, for example, you're watching my video. You're not performing for someone. You're just watching a video here in YouTube. So no matter the fictional world that you are enjoying, you will actually experience it as long as you are aware of this, because then you start to exist within the game world. You start to take actions as your character, not based on what is expected of you. And there are some surreal experiences that are still segmented according to game mechanics. After all, you're playing a game and you're playing a role. For example, Epoch, a really good horror role-playing game that attempts to express the horror movie situations. In that game, you take action as the characters in the movie world. And once they are finished with a particular scene, there is a cut to the players and the game master as an audience. voting for the most interesting character of that particular scene. And that is going to come with some benefits for the game world later on. Once the voting process is finished, then once again you jump into the fictional world. But as you can see, that is very specific, and you are not the characters in the movie. They are trying to exist within that fictional reality. The interesting part will come from their interactions with the game world. It is oftentimes that when you are too self-aware of someone watching you in whatever activity, that you mess up. And that's why I've seen it when I've played Epoch. I've seen it, the players that try to become the most interesting characters. Nobody finds the character interesting in that particular scene. In fact, the character looks too cliche. So it actually works against you in that particular game mechanic. So no matter the tabletop RPG that you are playing, the fictional worlds are real worlds within the fantasy, within the science fiction, and the characters are existing in those worlds as if they were real. So no matter the meta currencies, game mechanics, and whatnot, you have to be aware of that reality for you to exist within the game world, playing a role within the game world, because otherwise you're not playing the role of a character. You're playing the role of an actor, of a performer, unless you are a performer within the game, right? You're maybe you're a bard, or you're playing that game. I think it's called Opera. It's a tabletop RPG where you actually role play as actors within a theater. You see. So I hope this video allows to clear up those things. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative and entertaining. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Wow, the light became a bit too intense. That crazy AI. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, professional game master. And remember, in tabletop role-playing games, you are not having a conversation about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later. Oh, by the way, if you like fighting games, I'm going to be participating in the Iron Saga versus tournament tomorrow. Let's see how far it goes, right? See you later.